Nut and Geb. Nut and Geb in the Egyptian mystery system, Tamaran doctrine, are two and 9 members of the Sajjah, called by the Greeks the Ennead. They are the daughter and son of Shu and Tethra. Alright? Shu representing air, Tethra symbolizing moisture. Geb representing the earth, and Nut representing the sky, as in the atmosphere. And that's why you will see Geb standing under, depicted on the walls of the temples in ancient Tamaran. You'll see Geb standing up with Nut stretched over, him holding, so symbolizing that him being the earth, underneath, she representing the sky or the atmosphere, and Shu Tethra representing air and moisture, right? Different than the air and moisture that you identify with on the planet Earth. You follow? Because if you know anything about the atmosphere of this planet, the atmosphere is moisture, is vapor. Saying it's just condensed, a more condensed form, a less condensed form of vapor. Of water. It's vapor. So when you're breathing in the atmosphere, when you're breathing in air, it's partially water. You know what I'm saying? So Nut represented air, represented moisture or the air as in the atmosphere of the planet. And when you're dealing with Shu and Tethra, that pre-existed. That was before the formation of the planet. And that's why when you get after that, you get Geb, which is the earth, and then the water. And that they tie in the story of them coming into existence. First of all, these were all stories of people, right, that were personified and symbolized events and actions in nature. You know what I'm saying? Because as ancient Tamarans or Africans, what we would do in order to tell a story, articulate a story, for us to best understanding, and that story to be recorded, right, and passed down through generations, we would put the story in what they refer to as an anthropomorphic, whatever name there is, big word they use. But we were personified is the action of personifying, right, or bringing a story from an event to, or putting it in the form of people or persons, right, acting out an event. So when you see Geb and Nut, and Geb being the planet and Nut being the sky, is talking about the process of the earth forming, early earth taking its form and shape after Shu and Tethra, right, gave birth to. And then Geb and Nut, after Geb and Nut came who? Asar and Set, and then they gave birth to Horus, and then you had the twins or the brothers and sisters of Asar and Set, Satuk and Neptune, who gave birth to Anuk or Anubis. But these were actual events, and later on, when certain schools were set up around a certain area of science or doctrine pertaining to that particular person in the form of, for example, Geb, which dealt with the sciences of this planet Earth. So the people that would be inducted and become high priests of that school, once they mastered it, they would take on the name of that deity. So when people say, did these people actually live? Yes, they were actual people. And the doctrine or the information that that particular school mastered it, that person would take on that name. So Geb was a person insofar as the person or the persons, because it was a group, it was a school, that would master the particular sciences that dealt with the earth. Today they refer to it as geometry, where the word G comes from the word Gia, right, or key. And they put the G there, and measure means to measure, or measurements of earth. right, which talk about the sciences of this planet, mastering the different processes that make up the planet Earth. You follow? The different cyclical changes, the different that translate into environmental changes, climatic changes. You follow? So we would master the processes that the Earth would go through in its different cycles, the arts and the sciences of it, the makeup of it. What was good for us as human beings in relation to it and what was not. How were we to govern ourselves on it? How were we to be the caretakers? These were necessary sciences, right, that would be needed to be the caretakers or the governors of the planet, which we were put in charge of, we were responsible for. You follow what I'm saying? So as the caretakers of the planet, these were sciences that we had to master. And mastering those sciences, we would embody the personality or the traits of Geb, Tefnut, Shu, right, et cetera, we would embody those principles. You follow what I'm saying? So they represented the sciences of the earth, right, and the sciences or the doctrine of the earth and the atmosphere of the planet. Today, we call a person that measures the atmosphere what? They call him meteorologist. Why they call him meteorologist? He don't study meteors, but they call him meteor. But he deals with the climate. They measure stuff like atmospheric pressure, humidity, dew amounts on the ground or whatever, and they come up with all this and they say they're able to predict, right, or give a measurement of what the weather's going to be like later on, right? So when they do it, that's what they refer to it as. You know, not all that accurate, but you know, it's the same concept. The concept of mastering certain elements within nature. And each one had a deity that personified. You know what I'm saying? In this case, you're talking about Geb and Nut that dealt with the earth and the atmosphere around the earth. And mastering the sciences